Hey everyone, welcome back to Solidworks Group. Today we're going to dive into a modeling exercise using the techniques we covered in the previous videos. The model we are working on today can be built with the tools and features we already discussed, so you should be able to tackle it on your own. I will give you a 30-minute timer to work through it at your own pace, and if you like, you can skip ahead to the solution or final result. Alright, let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's try to create a model right now. So I'm just gonna start from the unit of measurement correction. So convert to the millimeter, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the top plane, and then I'm gonna create a circle. So go to the circle, create a circle over here, and then 60 millimeter. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna create another circle over here, and then create a 25 millimeter, and then I will apply this horizontal relation. So make sure it could be only moving side to side, okay? And then I'm gonna apply the dimension, which is 125 millimeter. This is good. Alright, and then what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go to the extrude boss and go to the selected contour, delete this pre-selected contour, and then I'm gonna only select this, and then I will only apply 40 millimeter. Alright, and then what I'm gonna do next is you might already notice actually one of the sketch in the same sketch has been disappeared. So the way you can just make the sketch visible from the one that actually you use for like making a feature is you can go here and then click sketch, and then you can make it show. So then you can see this, the bottom feature, you can reuse it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to extrude, but I'm going to select only this feature, okay? But it's not on the same plane. So it should, this is the time that actually, last time I mentioned from the previous video actually that we want to kind of, postpone actually just this, use of offset. But this is the perfect time actually we can use this offset feature, okay? So I'm gonna apply offset, and I'm gonna offset down by 30 millimeter. So I'm gonna apply 30, but this is just going up, right? So you have to apply this reverse. Okay, it's perfect. And then the height should be 20 millimeter, and also just uncheck for the merge wizard, so there will be no way actually it could be merged unless there's any connection point or connection parts. I'm gonna apply hit OK. That's okay. So I'm gonna just like hide this one. Alright, so it's time for us to create a kind of sketch from this point. So I'm gonna create a sketch which is starting from the center point. Create a line, and then if you just hover over, just connect to the center point, make a horizontal, and then what I would do is I'm gonna apply the 50 millimeter and the 40 millimeter, and then it's gonna fully define. It's perfect. And then I'm gonna go to the both extrude, and then extrude on the other direction, and then the thickness should be 6 millimeter, and then I'm gonna do apply mid plane. Okay, so make sure it apply all the way. That's good. Alright, so I'm gonna apply 100 millimeter for now. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the top plane one more time, and then I'm gonna draw a line in the air basically. I will do the one more time. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just click this, and then click this and tangent relation. I'm gonna click this line, click this circle, tangent relation. Do the same step for this one, tangent, click this one, and this one, tangent relation, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click to circle, and then go to convert entities, and then there's a trim over here, and then I recommend you actually using power trim. I mean, there's a lot of actually trims you can use, but I normally use power trim most of the time. You can just like drag it and then cut it. Just keep pressing, drag it, keep pressing, cut it. And there should be a inner circle that should be deleted too. So I'm gonna drag it, delete it, drag it, delete it. That's perfect. So you can see the kind of inner boundary area you can see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude cut, but I have to make sure click flip side to cut, okay? And I'm going to switch to the through all boss, and then it's going to actually clean things up for you. At the corner it seems pretty clean. Unfortunately this one seems a little bit actually just like some, the material actually remain. So let's just have a look at it one more time. Let's just go to the extrude cut. Alright, so you might notice actually there's some kind of material basically remain, and which is not exactly what we want to see. So in order to resolve this issue, the way we can actually just like resolving is basically, let's just go back to the extrude theme feature, and then what we can do is basically you can just delete it, but you can basically just delete this relation, and then you can just drag all the way back, okay? But I just want you to put the center point over here, okay? And then make sure this relation, that this dimension point should be 40 millimeters still. But the only thing we are gonna do is just like, coincident to the end point, okay? So I just want you to do the same step for this one as well. So basically I'm gonna delete this relation, and then make sure apply one more time. So I'm gonna go back, and then just from the center point here, apply 50 millimeter, okay? And then if you just hit OK, and then what that's going to do for you is it's going to clean up those angle, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do next is we're going to apply some kind of cut extrude. All right, so we're going to do the extrude cut, basically just creating a 45 millimeter, and then the other one is 50 millimeter, okay? So I'm gonna go to the extrude cut, and then through all, that's gonna create a extrude cut for us. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna select the front plane, and then we are gonna use the rip feature, okay? This is also from the previous video, so if you're not familiar with the rip feature, you can have a simply look at the previous video. And then I'm just gonna draw a line like this, and I'm just gonna draw like this, okay? I will make sure just put the horizontal relation, and then make sure just apply this to this is parallel relation, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply this 25 millimeter, okay? And then that's gonna pretty much apply the coincident relation, so make sure everything is just good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna apply the rip feature. So go to rip, select this sketch, and then make sure just apply the right thickness, which is supposed to be 6 millimeter. Okay, so there shouldn't be any draft at all yet. And then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna apply the draft, but it's gonna be a little bit different draft style, okay? So let's just go to the draft here, and then there's a manual draft, and then there's a draft expert. But for now, actually, we're gonna go to just manual draft, and then I want you to select, instead of actually selecting the neutral plane, I want you to select the parting line, okay? So there's a couple of ways we can do it, but this time actually we're gonna select this kind of parting line. So basically just selecting the select the loop, or so we have to actually just firstly select the direction to pull. So we can actually select this, and then parting line you can just right click, and then select loop, and then alright. So after we applying the rip feature, and then the next step we want to do is we want to actually just like use a hole wizard. So the way actually we can just access the hole wizard is just go to just hole wizard first, and then actually the type of hole feature that we're gonna do is it's gonna be M10 times 1.25 to bore. So if you're having a look at so we can select this straight tap, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to the unsymmetric, and then we can switch to the we can switch to the unsymmetric, and then we can switch to the tapped hole for the type, And then let's just scroll down a bit, and then it should be the M10, so we can just scroll down to find out. So there's a M10 times 1.25. This is the one, you know, size and also the depth actually we're gonna do. And then we can just go to the up to next for those, and then scroll down, and I think the setup should be all good for now, but I just want you to actually just put the position properly. So you're gonna do the sketch, and then we're gonna just apply anywhere, but we have to just make sure just apply the relation properly. So what we're gonna do is this dimension point should be the 20 millimeter. So we're just gonna select this point, and then it should be on the Y. So yeah, Y shouldn't be. So it's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply those two. So from here, what we can do is basically you can just go to the grab the front plane, and then just put this one, and then there's a Macon plane that's gonna move to the right plane. Okay. And then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna select this face, bottom face to the center point, so you can apply the 20 millimeter, and it's gonna fully define it. Okay. And then we're just gonna click yes, and then that's gonna make the hole for us. So this is the hole that we want. And the last feature we're gonna have a look at it together is the draft. So it's gonna be a little bit different draft. So it originally used the neutral plane a lot, but this time actually we're gonna use a bit of a different feature, which is a parting line. So you have to firstly select the the plane first, and then what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna select this one, and then try to select the tangency, and then that's gonna select some kind of tangent point for us. But the reason actually is not selecting the entire just like tangent point, is just because we have some kind of no fillet for it. So before we do it, actually we're gonna go to the fillet first. Okay, I'm gonna apply the 20 millimeter fillet at this corner over here, and then it should be also 20 millimeter on the bottom as well. And then yeah, pretty much everything is just 20 millimeters. So I'm gonna go through all those 20 millimeter required spot, and also even on the top side, it should be the 20 millimeter. So I'm gonna apply the same thing. All right. So instead of actually grabbing the face, I'm gonna grab this corner over here. All right. So then I'm just gonna apply it. That's good. And yeah, what we can do next is yeah, we're gonna apply the draft. Try it, and then we are gonna select the plane, the top plane, and then if you right click over here, basically, sorry, actually right click, and then select tangency, and then that's gonna actually grabbing entire just tangent point for us. Okay, and then we also have to just grab this rib point, so select tangency one more time. That's good. And then just one last point is it's gonna be the select tangency over here. That's good. All right, so then we can just go to the 4° on one side, so it's gonna be apply 8° both sides. Okay, so I'm gonna try it, click OK. All right, so that's gonna be look like pretty much actually how it's supposed to be. But just one last thing actually we missed is just like one more fillet. So I'm gonna go to the fillet, and then we're gonna apply the 2 millimeter fillet for entire area. So all those kind of red spot areas supposed to be radius 2 millimeter tangency of the, so every spot of the fillet should be 2 millimeters. So I'm gonna apply this point, and then I'm gonna select this select tangency. Yeah, I will apply the select tangency one more time here. I'm gonna grab this point. Okay, and also I'm also gonna apply this one at the corner. And a bit of actually easier way you can just apply is just selecting the face basically. Okay, and then I'm gonna apply this face and this face, so make sure you're selecting entire faces. And then yeah, I think those are pretty much it. So yeah, I'm just gonna select enter it to just like escape it, and applying those fillet. And then let's just review one more time. Yeah, those seem pretty much good right now. So what we're gonna do next is, it's almost like done, but we have to make sure apply the correct material. So go to the edit material, and then you can simply search aluminum, or just like 6061-T6. there is a material for it, so apply. That's good. And I personally like to just do the same, exactly same thing. So I'm gonna go to appearance, and then it's gonna be metal, right? Since this is the aluminum 606 one, so I'm gonna go to metal and then go to steel. Yeah, and then I'm gonna apply the polish steel, and then if you go to the appearance tab over here, you can double click it to make sure just changing the color a bit. So I'm gonna apply a bit of actually similar color. Yeah, I think that should be close enough. Alright, so then I'm gonna show the rear view. It's quite a bit similar, but the only one last piece actually we wanna apply is, I just wanna apply the kind of, the red fillet color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the metal one more time, and then go to steel. I think there should be no color for it, so I'm gonna go to the painted car, and then there should be any kind of red color. I'm gonna apply the candy apple red color on those fillet area. Okay, so you can actually just drag it and then drop it at the feature, and then that's gonna actually just like highlight those color for you, so you can just compare it to each other. And then yeah, for me actually that looks good for now. And then you can just double check the mass property by just going through to evaluate, and then there's mass property, and then there's a mass property grams for it. So that's the way you can just like access this. So I just want you to try just designing yourself one more time, and then make sure just like this one seems straightforward, so it makes sense for you as well. So yeah, I just want you to keep practicing, and then I will actually just post another actually tutorial video as soon as possible, so you can just follow along, and also you can just practice on your own. So just practicing your designing kind of skill based on the drawing. Okay, all right, thanks for watching this video, and then I will see you on the next video.